Now we are live. Welcome everyone. This is going to be a very interesting webinar today. It's not a webinar. It's look like a workshop because Sir lively demonstrate that how we can use different online tools. Mostly are AI driven, and also he is a senior officer. So I am expecting he also covering the ethical point of view because you can't use everything what you get from the internet during your publication. So there is a one update. You all getting updated softwares and tools. Maybe there is lot of more, but these are tested. So we can believe on them this particular softwares, or we can rely on them. And basically, our topic today is how to search, because before writing, reading is important, and where from you read. Obviously, Google Scholar, most of you know, but there is a lot of others search engine which give you some customized search. So it is very important when young students planning for writing a review, then he has to be or she has to be such many things. So let's enjoy this webinar. It is recorded, so don't worry. Sometimes you don't if it is required, then you can use two computers or mobile watching for and computers for your desktop or laptop for the practice. But it is recorded and available in this channel, so you can practice it after the webinar also. So learn it, give your question in YouTube chat box. We will collect it for the speaker. And I'm very happy, sir, you respond our invitation, and I'm glad that today you are here. And I'm definitely it will be going to a great webinar. I know your presentations and what you cover uh, broad scale and relative to exactly related to our audience. So, Soma, please introduce Bioingene and share bio. But then we will go for the presentation. After presentation, we go for the question answer round, and ultimately, I go for few questions if I got from the YouTube. I'm sure we'll today got many questions from YouTube because it's a very relevant topic, and most people are going to be connected. So, please start.
Yes, I will start as soon as you start recording. All right. Hello and welcome to Bioengine webinars. Bioengine is a non-profit organization created to promote plant science research worldwide. This is an open platform from which plant scientists can present the current advancements of their research to the world. We hope future scientists can gain perspective and inspiration watching the esteemed plant researchers talk about their scientific accomplishments and views on building the future of sciences. We are thankful to our speakers and viewers of Bioengine family for your interest in the webinar series and for your appreciation of our efforts. You can register for Bioengine webinars through our website and social media pages. You're live viewing this webinar and you can watch it again later on the Bioengine YouTube channel. So please remember to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of our events. After attending today's talk, you can apply for a certificate of participation via the feedback link, which will be provided in the YouTube chat after the presentation. Please type in your questions related to today's talk in the YouTube chat box for the Q&A session. The topic for today's webinar is Applications of Artificial Intelligence in Research Article Search and Writing by Professor Parthasarathi Mukhopadhyay. Professor Mukhopadhyay is a professor in Library and Information Science and the head of Department of Library and Information Science at Kalyani University, West Bengal, India. He is a recipient of the Best Young LIS Teacher Award, is an open source enthusiast, and has worked as a developer and promoter of many open source projects. He is presently a member of the Koha and VuFind International Developer Team, two of the most visible open source solutions in the domain of library and information science. He has more than 150 papers in journals and conference volumes and 5 books in his beeline. His recent book on interoperability and retrieval was published by UNESCO in Paris. Professor Mukhopadhyay acted as a metadata consultant for the NDL, that is the National Digital Library, hosted by IIT Kharagpur. He is presently a member of the advisory committee for the National Virtual Library Project of the Ministry of Culture, Government of India. He developed Vidya Online as an e-learning portal for Vidyasagar University in 2006 and is currently running 3 online courses on the SWAYAM platform. He is presently an associate editor for the Journal of Information and Knowledge, one of the oldest LIS journals in India, initiated by S.R. Ranganathan, the father of library science in India. We are honored and excited to have him with us. Professor Parthasarathi, welcome to Bioingene. We can now proceed with the presentation.
Thank you, madam, for all the kind words, and definitely it's a kind of unknown turf for me because exclusively you people belonging to the plant science, botany, hardcore scientist. So let's try to do my best. And during the presentation, I will keep my video feed off because I'm in a bandwidth poverty zone okay, presently. So again, in the question answer session, I will keep it on. So please, someone report me when I share my screen with all of you. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay. Okay, so today, as I said, and your organizer also said that this is AIML applications for scholarly communication process. And if you are not staying in an island for the last, 1 year isolated way,
If I may, sir,
yeah.
I think it is yet to be in full screen mode.
No, actually, are you getting some problem in viewing
No,
it?
no, no,
No,
sir.
no,
It's
I am.
okay.
We
It's
are
okay.
seeing the whole window,
No,
and
Yeah, yeah. One thing is that that's a strategy. I don't go for full window because in
okay,
that
okay,
case I don't see that whether I'm connected or not.
okay. No,
okay.
And
no
okay,
problem. No,
okay.
no problem.
All right.
In in, in case of live demonstration, I will make it large.
Oh, all right.
Right.
Okay, okay.
So you see this, as I said, that if you are not in Ireland, you must have noticed different feature articles, different debates going on AIML applications, and AIML applications are coming in a big way in the society, and scholars, researchers are also part of the society, so they are not excluded from this revolution. And this you people will understand it better. This AIML, like internet, you see, internet was with us right from 1969, but came in the public domain in 1995, and rest of the part is history. Every year people raising voice that Tim Berners-Lee, the father of the web, must be getting the Nobel Prize. And every year his name is actually proposed. Tim Berners-Lee was a physicist working as a particle physicist in CERN, Geneva, one of the big laboratories of the world. So similar thing happened with AIML also. Just like internet was with us from 69, and all on a sudden came in the public domain, became very popular all over the world. And internet is now part of the life. Same thing is going to be happened with AIML. AIML is with us from 1950. 1950, McCarthy wrote a paper, and the great work of Alan Turing. Also, we need to take consideration. They consider as the father of the web. It was with there from 1950. All on a sudden, got some kind of maturity through machine learning in the decade of 90s, and the moment OpenAI released the GPT model, a large language model, and people started exploring what AI/ML is, how they can utilize it in their day-to-day life, things completely changed. And this is, my dear friend, called bamboo sapling effect. In case of a bamboo sapling, you see that the first 5 years or 6 years you don't see a single presence of light. It's simply, you simply do not know that whether that particular sapling is there. It's always grow under the soil. Then all on a sudden, when it comes out of the soil, within 6 weeks it can grow up to 90 feet. So that kind of effect in science is called bamboo sapling effect, that is quite visible in the domain of computer science. Also, two examples I have given. One is internet, another is AIML. Another interesting fact from the biological point of view, as you people are from biology, evolutionary biology, you all know. So here you see what I have collected here, the journey of Homo sapiens of 2.5 millions, span of years. So we started our evolution from different, species, Homo habilis, Homo erectus, finally Homo sapiens. One particular point of difference quite visible right from the era of Homo sapiens about 2.5 million years ago and today is that the size of the skull size. The skull is growing like anything. And as a biologist, you all know why the skull size of Homo sapiens is increasing almost every decade, because to accommodate larger gray matter. And if you compare the gray matter proportion in our brain from chimpanzee to the modern age human being, it's almost 5 times. Chimpanzee, it's around 485 cc, whereas in case of an average Homo sapiens presently, it's almost 2000 cc. So our gray matter is increasing. To hold that higher volume of the gray matter, our skull size is increasing. So why I am telling this before telling you something about AIML application? Because my dear friend, if you go through any of the technology of the society, every technology is meant to extend the human capability, the sense organs of human being. You talk about any technology, these are either extension of your hand or your leg or your eyes. When you people see within the microscope, is it not extending the power of your eye? When you are seeing the telescope, is it not similar extension of your eye where you can look the entire sky very closely? Or in microscope, the invisible world? So your extension of eyes, you talk about any heavy technology, industrial automation, all kind of large equipments, all are extension of human hands. When you are talking about any vehicle, all are extension of human legs. So every technology you can relate with different sense organ, different human part of your body. But we never had a technology which can imitate our brain. So this computing technology, right from 70s, when with the advent of the personal computer, started exploring or to reduce the drudgery of the repetitive work. When we are utilizing different software, you people are using almost every software in the world for your word processing, for your calculation, for your statistical calculation. So these are basically to reduce your repetitive job. They cannot take decision on behalf of you. So it's not a, it is a good helper, intelligent helper, but not you. It cannot think, it cannot decide, it cannot understand the pattern. So people always started thinking that can we convert this computing technology which can imitate our brain power? So that's why brain is directly associated with this latest, trend in the computing technology, that is machine learning, to induct the skills inside the machine, the way human being learn, the way we gather knowledge from our experiences. Can machine do that? This question was raised by Alan Turing, a great mathematician from UK. during his a paper in 1949, 1950. That paper still got cited. So this is the situation, and why I have given this particular data to you. But one another interesting thing you see, what brain gave us in the past 2 million years, almost nothing. As a biologist, you must be knowing this. It's a very interesting fact. When you are doing nothing, you are taking rest on your bed, doing nothing, then also 25% of your body energy you spend to keep your brain awake. Brain never sleeps, brain always works, and this is a very costly device from the point of view of energy. And who knows more than a biology student or researcher the value of energy, bioenergy particularly. So almost 25% of your body energy you are spending to keep your brain awake. And when brain is at its peak, working time, it can drain up to 80% of your body energy. So why human being is giving so much or invested so much on brain? Nobody knows the reason. There is not a single standard answer from the biology that why over the millions and millions of years human species never attempted to grow their muscle, to increase their teeth length, or to run faster than other element. We never attempted that. We always invested on brain, always. And what brain gave us in lieu of that investment from the past 1.5 million years, this kind of blunt tools. If you see, go through the bottom part to the upper part, these are called old one tools. We produced from 2.4 million to 1.5 million, almost 1 million years we took to develop this kind of tools. And human is always a tool making animal. We always make tools. This is one of the biggest difference between a human and other animal. So in the animal kingdom actually. So again, if you see equilibrium tools, again these are got serpent. They are a double-edged system, but during the first 1.5 million years, this is the kind of achievement. We were tool makers, and we made this kind of tool by utilizing our brain power. Then again, when you come to the Paleolithic age, that particular Paleolithic tools again slightly differ. You can see that tools are basically go in the advanced form. These are all made of stone, but shape is changing so that we can utilize those from distance to kill the bigger animals. So fast, almost 2 million years, brain gave us this thing, nothing more. Okay, so this is one of the very interesting, a very interesting uh, mm, observation, that we invested so much energy on brain, and brain in return gave us some kind of blunt tools made of raw so that we can kill other animals, we can break the bones to take the bone marrow. That's all. Then all on a sudden you see again a bamboo sapling effect came. If you read the history of human civilization over these 2.5 billion years, a lot of interesting facts are there. So Homo habilis age started 2 million years ago. Homo sapiens age almost 1 million year ago. Then tribal age started coming 40,000 years old only. Agricultural age we got almost 7,000 years now. And this agricultural age has a great effect on human brain, because before that one we were hunters only. Then agricultural age made us hunter gatherer, so we can now gather foods for tomorrow and day after tomorrow. We do not have to think about food all the time. So brain got some kind to develop its faculty, and all the faculties for which a human society is known for, like arts, humanities, music, culture, all came from agricultural age. Because you get brain some kind of leisure at time. Previously that power was there, but we were busy with the food. We took the raw meat again takes almost 18 hours to digest. So we kill an animal, we ate it, we wait for 18 years to digest it through sleeping, And again, in the next day when we wake up, we again feel hungry and go for hunting. So brain was not getting enough space to space for application. So agricultural age gave us the precious time, because the moment we start taking boiled meat, so the digestive time reduced from 18 hours to 3 hours. So still we feel hungry in every 3 hours or 4 hours. The age old habit, the old habit, die hard. So this kind of situation came, we actually save some time and utilize brain in different human faculties. So came the empire age. The great empires like Roman Empire, Sumerian civilization in India, Mohenjo-daro civilization, all came during this time. Then scientific age started only 400 years before. Only 400 years. Can you believe it? With the hand of Francis Bacon and Harris, who actually proposed that reason is the God. If you are not giving reasons, if you are not giving data to support your opinion is a mere opinion, not facts. So first time that kind of scientific theory gave 380 years before. Then within 200 years, we developed a steam engine and different kind of industrial setup. We entered inside the age of industrial automation, industrial development, which we call industrial age, only 200 years ago. Then information age came with the advent of computing, particularly in the 1970s with the advent of personal computer. So 1950 to 2020 was the age of information dominated by computers. Then came, presently we are going through this age, the man-machine symbiosis. Nowadays you see, you cannot think of your life without machine. You cannot think. If you are detached from your mobile for 5 or more minutes, then you started thinking that where I kept my mobile, where it has gone, whether I lost it or not. So this kind of mental dependency came in the human society, right from the morning to night. Every time we are depending on the machine. At this very web conferences, how many of us are depending on the machine, the connectivity, the laptop, your mobile phone, everything are machines. So this man-machine symbiosis age started with the basically with the advent of the mobile technology, and it will be lasting up to 2050. Then 2050, complete automation age will be starting. So you can raise a point that are not we already in the automation age, when you are talking about banking automation, industrial automation, everything. No, my dear friend, this is a semi-automated system. In a banking automation system, when you are making or transferring from fund from your end to your friend's end, so how many times you have to intervene, with this particular system? You need to type your PIN, you need to give say yes, you need to enter your amount, you need to enter the details of the account of your friend. So every step it requires human intervention. The complete automation means there will be no human intervention, and that we will be entering into that era in the 2050 as experts opined, and experts also opined that from 2060, when we will be entering into this whole complete automation age, then will come the tech singularity. Tech singularity is different from the other technological development of human society. In each of these technological age, we never developed a machine which is smarter than human. However smart a machine is, we still control them, we program them, we utilize them. But tech singularity indicates a particular phenomenon when human society will be able to produce a machine smarter than a human being. So they can program themselves, automatically. They can take decisions automatically. The moment it will become smarter, and that is inevitable. No one can stop an idea whose time has come. Nobody. So the moment we will be entering the tech singularity age, then onwards, what will be the future of human society? Nobody attempts to predict. So still, you can search the tech singularity concept. A lot of research works are going on in this particular area. It's not Hollywood fiction. It's not the Terminator 3 or Terminator 5. A machine will come from future. we here ourselves will be able to design a machine which can think, which can act smarter than a human being with all kind of human knowledge. So we don't know simply what will happen then after then onward, but still this is a very what to say, a bare basic steps in the human society. And why I am saying all this to you, there is a reason, because this technology is different from other technologies. This technology is an existential threat to us. No other technology threaten us so much. The very existence of human being never challenged by any technology, but AI ML is going to challenge the very existence of human being. The way we actually habitual to think, the way we walk, the way we interact with other people, everything will be changing as people are, predicting. So that is one of the most dangerous element in this particular technology. It can make human irrelevant. But anyway, nobody knows answer. Maybe a better human species will be coming, because Harari, Harari, he wrote a trilogy, Homo sapiens, and the latest in the trilogy is Homo deus. He said clearly that a new species is in the pipeline, and that species will be Homo deus. And Homo deus will change the society with the help of machine. But anyway, again, that's a predictive writing, but it's a very interesting writing. You can read that particular book by Harari. But why I am saying all of this to you? Because, my dear friend, this particular technology, as Sugabrata raised, in the beginning, the ethical issue, we need to consider them, in parallel. We need to utilize these tools, because there is no way. We need to utilize this tool. We need to learn this tool. Every generation requires new skill set, and for your generation, these are the new skill set. But before entering into the or before making a quantum jump inside the topic of AI/ML applications in scholarly process, let us start with a joke in a lighter mode. So, up to 2019, BC stands for before Christ. We regularly say BC and AD, Anna Domini, from the time of our God, and before Christ. So Christ is considered as a crossroad in the human society, a ground-breaking event point, and then onward, everything AD, and before that everything BC. Now in 2001, something very dangerous happened to the society, and BC now people say that it's before COVID. Okay, so COVID has changed everything. Life before COVID and after COVID, never same. And in 2023, when OpenAI introduced a very interesting tool in the public domain, BC again changed its name. BC now stands for before ChatGPT. Everything you were doing before ChatGPT is different what you are doing after this ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a representative only. This kind of, this genre of tools are called large language models. So there are a lot of large language models. One such model is GPT, developed by OpenAI, but there are Bard is there, Llama is there, Mistral is there, but there are many actually. Altogether, we call them large language model. So with the introduction of the large language model, everything again changed. So with this, very bad joke, what I say, let us enter inside our, target area. And the sad reality is that the machines are learning nowadays everything, and we humans are hooked in a different kind of entertainment device. Meanwhile, machines are learning. Again, that's a bad joke. Anyway, so if we go through this demonstration process, before that, some of the technologies, as you people are not from the core of the computing science, you are from the mostly from plant science. So I decided to tell you a few basic things before taking the live demonstration part. So as I said that Alan Turing started this particular line of research, and if you see that particular movie, it is called Enigma. So Alan Turing during the World War II, developed a machine, Enigma, on the basis of, no, you may call it a prehistoric machine learning technique, and through which he actually able to break the German codes, the code exchanged by Germans during the World War II. And people say, the historians say, if there were no Enigma developed by Alan Turing, possibly World War II owned by Germany. Only a single machine actually wrote the fate of Germany and the world during World War II. So Enigma utilized by the Allied forces like America, UK, and so on. And he had literally saved the world through his machine, which is based on a prehistoric machine learning technique, which can break the code of German messages. So then the latter thing came, the break-even point came from the McCarthy. He was a professor at MIT. He developed a programming language called Lisp, LISP, Lisp processor, which is considered as the first step in the modern machine learning and artificial intelligence. So then onwards, a lot of things are going on. 2018, the first time ChatGPT on the top of GPT 1.0 developed. In 2023, another 5 years it took to develop the GPT-3 model. So here you can see still date, you all know this particular sign. Ironically, a machine is testing whether a human being or not. You every time need to prove your humanity before a machine. What an irony. So here you see, I am not a robot kind of thing, and it is called CAPTCHA. Do you know the full form of CAPTCHA? We still remember Turing, Alan Turing as the father of the AI ML. So we given or included the name of Turing here. So CAPTCHA full form is completely automated public Turing test to tell computers and humans apart. So this way, both McCarthy and Turing is considered as the father of the way, and the all kind of, as I said, 1990s saw an unprecedented growth in AI ML because of the machine learning, and this machine learning is now data driven knowledge model. So the motto is that if you give if you give the machine a structure, say for example in case of a plant science, you are uploading the entire taxonomy of the plant domain or flora domain. So the moment you are preparing the taxonomy in a structured hierarchical fashion and uploading that inside the machine and feed the machine with lot of data, that which plant belong to which hierarchy, what is the genus, what is the species. When you giving an unknown plant which machine do not know, so on the basis of this data or knowledge base like the taxonomy you have given and the data you utilize for training, it can utilize this data knowledge base and the training data to predict that what should be the genus or species of the new plant with on the basis of some characteristic feature. So this can achieve almost 85% accuracy. So this is the machine learning. You do not have to prepare the costly rule base, the costly knowledge base for every domain. You just feed the basic knowledge what you are planning, and by utilizing that knowledge to how human people classify plants. So the moment you are giving an unknown thing, machine can predict what is the genus, what is the species, and what is the place of that particular plant in the flora kingdom. So, on the basis of this machine learning technology, two things are coming, and we people are utilizing it synonymously: artificial intelligence and machine learning. As such, they are the same thing. It's not. Artificial intelligence is a bigger, in the hierarchy. Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. So, artificial intelligence is a simulation of human intelligence in any machine, especially computer system. Whereas machine learning may be the most important component of AI, but still a component which do all the heavy lifting job. It takes the data, it go through it, it understand the pattern, and it can predict the pattern of an unknown thing. So the entire hierarchy you can visualize in this manner. The entire group is artificial intelligence. Within this one particular subset is machine learning. Within machine learning, the most important technology for machine learning nowadays is neural network based machine learning backend or algorithm. That's why I said that this particular technology is trying to imitate human brain. Within neural network, the most important research area is the deep learning, how a machine can learn the way human learn. And within deep learning, there is a large language model. So when you are talking about BART, GPT, Mistral, all the large language models, we are utilizing the textual generative AI. You are actually utilizing the deep learning techniques under neural network. And one particular such research area is the large language model, what we normally use as a non-computer scientist. So as I said, machine is mainly responsible for the data analytics part. It goes for the model building on the basis of the training data. A lot of data you give, a machine can understand by utilizing different neural network model. What is the inherent pattern? And to understand that inherent pattern, you again need to understand that there are two kinds of learning, just like a human being. It is very easy to understand machine learning because the same exact same way you have learned everything. Say for example, if I ask you a question that there are two groups of figure I am giving, this is group A and this is group B. So now I am giving you an unknown figure. So can you tell me this particular unknown figure which machine does not know, exact same figure I have not trained, the how machine can group it in the group A or in the group B. So your course answer coming that will come from you, definitely you will say that this particular figure will belong to the group A. And the reason possibly you are going to give that here you have already you have already informed me that this particular figures are group A, this particular figures are group B. If we go through the figure here, every figure inside it has got some area, but here no such inside area. So this new figure has got some inside area and it should be going to the group A. So this is called supervised learning. I gave machine that with a label data. And what is that label? I label that it's a group A figure, it's a group B figure. So on the basis of that label, machine can easily classify or categorize that the new figure will be belonging to the group A because of this inherent capability. So this is called supervised learning. You are giving machine a set of label data. And what label I have given? Label is group A, figures are this 5. Label is group B, label, figures are this 6. So on the basis of that, machine can categorize and machine can classify new figures in this way. So you are supervising the learning, you are giving some label data. There is another kind of learning which is called unsupervised learning. I am giving a set of data to a machine. So these are all these small circles are say data points. And I'm not telling anything that this is group A, this is group B, or this is group C. On the basis of the characteristics of these figures or data point, machine can automatically classify or categorize them into related groups. So all related figures will be coming here and here and here. So machine automatically created three groups. This model is called unsupervised learning. I have given only data. I have given a task that you categorize it. So machine can learn the inherent pattern by uh, going through the data and it can categorize. So here you see uh, in this particular case, I have given a set of data, machine actually categorize it, and that category later on I can say these are the red dots, this is the blue dot, this is the green dots. So this is basically the supervised learning. If you compare that I have given the label data, these are the blue, this is red, this is green, and when I throw them in mixed format, machine can classify that these are the red, this is the green, and this is the blue. And you see some reds are also going to the blue zone because machine made mistake. Machine always makes mistake. So that's why the realistic figure is that although 80%, 90% cases it will group the red dots in the red group, But there are two, three cases will always be there where red dots belonging to the blue group. This is one of the problem of machine learning presently because it's still in the research bed, and this is a kind of unsupervised learning where I have given no label and still machine can categorize them. So on the basis of these two, there are uh, four types of machine learning that we utilize. One is the supervised learning, the label data. Unsupervised learning, we are throwing only data, machine can categorize. By combining this supervised and unsupervised, we can have a semi-supervised learning. And the latest one is most important nowadays, that you can follow any supervised, unsupervised or semi-supervised model. Still machine do mistake. A few mistakes are always there, but machine can rectify through RHFL, reinforced human feedback learning. So that means the moment I got the result, then this particular result you see, I will tell machine that okay, these cases you have done it right, but these two dots actually belonging to the red group, but you have wrongly placed in the blue group, and this is the reason why this should be considered within the red group. Then machine will learn it, and next time it will not commit that mistake. So this is, my dear friend, is called reinforcement learning, and technically it is called reinforced human feedback based learning, RHFL. So with this basic terminology, this we are going to utilize every time during this presentation. So we came to know that this is basically the hierarchy. Machine learning is doing all the heavy lifting job. Actually, the learning part goes through here. Then AI is including the machine learning, the user interface, the natural language processing, everything. Then that AI ML altogether we apply in a domain application. And there is a little bit of AI in everyday's life. Every time you are using your computer, you are sending an mail, you are typing some message in WhatsApp or your SMS, every time you are using AI ML, every time. For example, here you see how this generative AI is progressing. So here I am giving you a mobile screen keyboard. So I typed here th, and the machine can predict the AIML, a very primitive AIML inside your writing pad in mobile phone. It can predict that it could be THE, it could be thanks. So on the basis of your writing pattern, it can learn every time when you are utilize TH, how many times you have picked up which particular word, or do you typed which particular word. So it can keep a track on it. And this mobile keypad, you can say, I am giving a set of characters, and it can predict what should be the next set of characters. So you are giving character, it can predict characters. And finally, it is actually forming a word kind of thing. But when you come to Gmail, you will see that particular technology advanced a lot. Here you see, I wrote two lines to Derek. So on the basis of these first two lines, when I start writing the third line, Gmail, which is utilizing the BART model, can predict that the moment I type when, it can write on behalf of me, when is a good time for you. Every each of you actually experience these things in different kind of mail services, including Gmail. So this is a prediction. I am giving a line, not a character, and my system can predict the next line. So input is character, output is character. This is GPT-1. Input is a line, two, three lines, a paragraph you can say. And output or the prediction is a single line, that is GPT-2. And that we can also apply in case of our word processor. So similar technology we can include through plugins in our word processor, and you type something, it can predict the next line. So here, this is all up to GPT-2. You are writing a paragraph, it can predict the line. Then came GPT-3, a dinosaur in compare with GPT-2. So in case of machine learning, we represent a particular model through parameters. Parameters, you can say data points. So how many data points you have utilized to train the machine. And in comparison with GPT-2, which was based on 1.5 billion parameter, GPT-3 is now 175 billion parameters. So it can write paragraph. Previously it was paragraph, the output was a line. Now it is input is a line in the form of question, in the form of instruction, output is a paragraph. So that is the progress of GPT-3. Apart from that, it can write computer code and it can write poetry and many other creative things. It can complete a story if you give the plot. So this kind of capabilities are coming in the GPT-3 models or the large language models of the next generation. Then GPT-3 is not the only thing. You can see the day before yesterday, I think 2 days back, OpenAI came again in the public domain with a new model that is called GPT 4.0. So GPT, you can say GPT 4.0 also. So it is actually released in 2023, but came in the public domain for free use in May 2024. So here GPT-3 was 175 billion parameter, GPT 3.5, which is the default in case of your chat GPT. Again, it is actually 175 billion parameter, but GPT-4 is based on 1 trillion parameters. Can you believe it? 1 trillion parameters. So almost, mm, I don't know, maybe 10 times higher or 8 times higher than the GPT 3.5. And they have introduced RLHF, what I actually told you, reinforced learning through human feedback. So this is one of the interesting development in GPT 4.0. If something it commit mistakes, you can give the data, you can tell it you have done wrong, and this is the reason why it is wrong. So it can learn and it will not commit that mistake in the next time. So this is the progress happening in the large language model. And there are lots of things you can apply in your research to increase your research productivity. You can use as a writing assistant to check your grammar, to write a concept. Suppose not every time there is an ethical issue whether you are going to utilize this predictive generative AI for your research writing or not. A lot of issues are going on. Let me clear my stand. I am in complete support to utilize these tools in your research because those who are using it, they understand that this is not giving me any kind of new data. Suppose during the writing I have missed some points. If I give it a data, okay, this on the basis of this topic I have written this. Can you add some more points? Do you think that's a kind of unethical practice? I don't think so. When you are predicting, your mobile can predict the word and you are taking that word instead of typing it and sending that SMS or WhatsApp to your friend. Do we tell that your mobile phone has written the message? No, no. So when you are taking the help of these next generation tools, these are nothing but next generation tools. They cannot write your research paper. They can rectify your points. Okay, you have missed this particular thing. They can improve your grammar. They can improve your writing style, but they cannot tell you anything new, anything solid related to your research. There you are still alone. There you are still alone to solve your problem along with your team and your supervisor. They cannot give you the original idea, original data. So I am in complete support. It's very important to clear your stand in this ongoing debate. In complete support to utilize these tools in your research writing, in your research activities. There is nothing unethical here. And because if it is unethical, then MS Word is also unethical. Why you are not still typing your thesis? Why you are taking the help of the software? So I don't think so. But everything is not a rosy one also. It's not that your every problem will be solved by this AIML. There are some also, some extreme group is there that AIML is going to solve every problem of a researcher. No, those people we call them LLM mentalist. So large language model mentalist. So that's also not true. And some very conservative group who says that every time you are taking the help of AI ML, that's an unethical practice. They are also not correct. So these are just tools like your word processor, like your grammar checker, like your when you are utilizing Quillbot or Hemingway or Grammarly. Do you think that the machine is writing your research project? Not at all. You are still in the driving seat. You are writing it. You are taking the help of a large language model or generative AI, the points you have made to improve your language and so on. Because English is not our mother tongue. We always need help to write, professional quality, foreign standard quality English. So there is no harm in it, but everything is not a rosy also. Let me show you that this particular video, I just asked AI that you please make a video which can tell me about the future of transport, and you see how impressive it is. Just I wrote this informative sentence that illustrate through a video the future of transport, public transport rather. So the moment you see the video produced by this machine. So it's a really impressive. So it will be a public taxi in future. This may be just like your bus stop. A plane will come and you will go inside. So it is predicting everything on the basis of science. It's nothing that it is coming from some alien world or there is no scientific basis. Everything human society can do. So this is the quality of a video produced by a AI tool to predict the future of public transport. And really, I was impressed, and I do hope that you are also surprised by the maturity of the video. But again comes this particular thing. As I told you, everything is not a rosy. Let us take the case of GPT-4, GPT, the chat GPT you people are utilizing. So GPT, sometimes you see I am an avid user of GPT for rewriting passages, checking, improving the quality of the language. I wrote, these are the points I have wrote for this particular, topic. Do you think anything I am missing? So many times I got some insight, some new things, what I have never thought. So I utilize it heavily. Avid user, you can say, all generative AI like Gemini and GPT and so on. But in the free tier, because per month you cannot give $20. So I developed or I found the alternative path that I am going to share with you. You can utilize the large language model inside your laptop also. Okay, so let me show you that what are the points of caution, why I am saying that everything is not rosy. So this point, everywhere, everything, every task I have given here to GPT-3, all I can say, I was quite satisfied. But then comes my surprise. And what is that surprise? So here you see, let me ask this very simple question. This we call the towel test to GPT. So I will explain this question. Let me open GPT. So this is chat GPT. So I'm asking this question, which actually says, you can see, if it take, if it takes 1 hour to dry 15 towels under the sun, how long will it take to dry 20 towels? We all know this is a very tricky question. We generally ask this type of question to our children to make them understand the tricky questions. So I said here 15 towels took 1 hour to dry under the sun. Then how long will it take to dry 20 towels? So it's the same 1 hour, because what is the number? If sun is huge, your earth is huge, so 20 towel will take the same 1 hour to dry. Now you see what chat GPT answering. Sometimes it is giving you that this particular take, you see this time it is the right answer, that it will take still 1 hour to dry 20 towels under the sun. But surprisingly, you test with this one. If you ask this question again in the next day, it will try to create a unitary method. First time it will try to create an unitary method, and it will tell that 20 towels will take this kind of hours. It will calculate mathematically through unitary method. Every time the answers are different. You will see in the GPT-4 or Gemini, the same questions you are asking. Sometimes it is giving the right answer, sometimes it is giving the wrong answer. See, let us try the same thing with Gemini. So here also it is giving you this 20, the right answer. Actually, it will take 1 hour to dry 20 towels. But what I'm trying to say you that sometimes this kind of tricky question, tricky part of the question, you know, can be wrong. It starts simply calculating applying the unitary methods to calculate things. So in this way, different kind of test you can conduct. Say this is called apple test. I have 3 apples today. Yesterday I ate 1 apple. How many apples do I have now? So see here. So this kind of test you, if you do regularly. So here also you see it is saying me in the right way that actually I just gave this one that I have 3 apples today. Yesterday I ate an apple. Normally previously what happened that it actually tells me that 3 minus 1 you have 2 apples. But I said that I ate the apple an apple yesterday and today I have 3. So sometimes it missed this particular fact, this apple test. And when you start your GPT, if you first you ask these two questions, whether it is answering you rightly or wrongly. Most of the large language model for the first time will give you wrong answer. You can try by yourself. So these are the some of the test, say for example, what's heavier, a kilo of feather or a pound of steel? So here you see the unit I have changed trickily. What's heavier? So again, you see here that most of the cases, large language says that 1 kg, they do not go by the pound or a kilogram as unit. They simply said as both are one in unit, they will be the same in weight. So this kind of tricky question you first test with the large language model you are utilizing. Say for example, you go through the RLHF, reinforced learning through human feedback, and you need to rectify it. So there are a lot of such problem happening. Say for example, I'll be coming to that example later on. So be very careful when you are utilizing your large language model available in the public domain. Often they hallucinate, often they give you wrong answer. So do not take your data or your points from a large language model as is basis. You always go through the answer, you check it with other things. Recently, Gemini introduced a process that you can rectify a particular or you can double check a particular model. Say, for example, if I ask a question, okay, say if I ask a question here, say a real time question I am asking that what is Chandrayaan 3? So it will answer me with a paragraph what is Chandrayaan 3 project of ISRO, and it will provide me a link which presently ChatGPT or GPT is lacking, that every fact I can double check through Google. So the moment I click this particular button, it will going to check all of this factual event and so here it is saying check completed, and these are the answer with some kind of problem. So you can see it is saying that Chandrayaan will be launched in July. So it says that lunar near Earth. So all this green means these are the checked and found that data is correct, and which is not correct or there is some kind of doubt, it will be given in the red thing. So this is an improvement in Gemini, that you can cross check or verify the data on the basis of your query. So this is one good thing, and progress is coming. As I said, everything is not rosy, so a lot of mistakes it can do, but definitely it's a growing technology. Lot of new improvements are also coming. But what I am going to tell you during the searching, that most of the cases the entire scholarly communication process actually starts with your, what to say, starts with your search input. First input, then you process that input, and finally your output in the form of research chapter or in the form of research article. So when you are utilizing or trying to utilize your AI ML technologies in your search, so my suggestion is three things. So do not always starts with this AI enabled search engine called Semantic Scholar. Far better than Google Scholar. Semantic Scholar is an AI-enabled search engine which is developed by Allen Group of Institutes or Allen Institute of AI, and developed or initiated by the Paul Allen. Paul Allen was the co-founder of Microsoft. He left Microsoft at the age of 60 after retirement, uh, and developed this Allen Institute for AI, which is quite a respectable group on AI ML technology, and they developed a freely available search engine in the public domain. Say, for example, uh, although I do not belong to your domain, so let us take a few common, search query that all we understand. Say, for example, arsenic pollution. So if I take arsenic pollution as a search key and how it is different from Google Scholar, let me tell you. So the moment I search, arsenic pollution as a keyword here, I can filter a lot. So this kind of facility is a new one from an AI-enabled search engine. I can tell that arsenic pollution may belong to different domain, but I am interested from the point of view of a geology researcher. That why arsenic pollution is happening inside the groundwater, what are the geological reasons. So it will now retrieve only 124 results from the field of study of geology. I can add also, say I am also interested the geographical region. So another one added. I want a date range from this year to that year. I want only those papers which are available in full text, so has PDF, only 50, and so on. And I can sort by citation count, by the most influential paper, and so on. So Google Scholar never provide you this kind of solution. So let us say most influential paper. And any of this particular paper I go, you see arsenic poisoning in the Ganges of Delta. This give me a TLDR. TLDR is the technology developed by Allen Institute, later adapted by other search engines also. This TLDR is called too long, did not read. So you do not have to go through the entire document or abstract to select whether you are going to read the paper or keep it for your further reading or not. This TLDR is a one line informative summary made by a machine on behalf of you. So a machine run through the whole text of the paper if it is available in full text. Then it can generate a one line informative sentence for you so that you can utilize it. Then suppose you think that after reading this TLDR, okay, this may be a very interesting paper for me. If you click this particular paper, you see here a lot of other machine generated things are there. So here it will tell you that how many citations this paper got, how many references this paper have, and what are the related papers. So this related paper concept is computed computed by the system algorithmically. So the moment I found this paper is good for me, if I click the related paper, so all the paper related with this paper, either through the citation network or through the recommender engine or through the commonness in the keywords and concept, all will be there, and all paper will be having their own TLDR. So right from here you can decide whether you should go for this paper or not. So in this way, you can see, you can move to all the related paper with their TLDR, you can read it and you can check it. So the beauty of this semantic scholar is that if you are having, if you have identified a set of 5, 6, 7 code paper, 10 code papers, then rest of the discovery of the rest of the related paper is a cakewalk, and everything you can save. If you are logged inside the system, the registration is completely free. Everything you can save, and later on you can export in your reference management system like Zotero or Mendeley through BibTeX format or RIS format. So this is one of the beautiful tool. Do not miss it. But this is not a large language model tool. It's the same age-old search technology with little bit of AI like TLDR based AI or related paper computing through AI. But the real tools, if you want to use in the search engine, I have two suggestions. Do not use ChatGPT or Gemini directly. They are giving you a lot of generic information, and you cannot utilize that in research. It's too generic in nature and so on. But you need a proper academic search engine, and there are two proper academic search engine. One is Elicit, based on the same large language model. It's actually utilized the GPT 4.0. They have an agreement with OpenAI, but this is trained with 125 million research paper. So here, suppose I am asking a very general question, again, not from your domain. uh, my knowledge to plant science and botany limited up to my class 10 biology. So I'm utilizing a more generic thing. All of you will understand. So let us ask a research question in natural language. Because you see, semantic scholar or Google scholar or any search engine is not a natural language. It's an artificial language. I have given the phrase, I have selected all of this parameter. Every time it requires human intervention, no natural language support. But here you see, I can ask my research question in natural language. So this is a research question. What are the possibilities that India will enter into $5 trillion economy? What are the possibilities that India will enter into $5 trillion economy? Let us suppose I am giving this same thing to Gemini. Same research question I am giving to Gemini. And you see how generic here is the view. So you see here. So it's a very generic. It's giving some kind of statement. India has an ambitious goal of becoming a $5 trillion economy. Here's a breakdown of the possibilities, challenges. These are all generic things. Do you think a researcher in economics can take this point in writing? Not at all. You can utilize in a newspaper article or something. You are writing an essay, school essays. That's good. It's not research oriented. Writing is not research oriented, and moreover, you are not simply knowing that which data is coming from which source. That is one of the most demanding and pressing need of a researcher. I need to know the source. I need to cite the source. And you see, the moment I'm using this Elicit, an exclusively built same LLM model, but trained with 125 research papers. So what is happening? So the same question where I am asking to the Elicit, it will try to give me answer in through generative AI. That means it will write me. You see here the difference between the generic LLM and the specific research oriented LLM. The potential for India to become a $5 trillion economy is within reach. So who said is Bala? So I want to see this, who is this, what is this particular paper. The moment I click, the entire thing of this paper will be coming. And Elicit, why I started with semantic scholar? Because the entire 125 million research paper came from semantic scholar. Semantic scholar presently having 143 million research paper. So 125 million research paper they donated to Elicit to develop this kind of tool for researcher, and this is the paper what actually referred here, and it actually exists. You can check the paper in semantic scholar directly. So here you see the entire paper is there. You can now check this particular paper or upload this, save this particular paper in your library, later on cite it. You can copy this BibTeX format and can paste in your Jotero or any reference management software. So Elicit is really a remarkable tool. It gives you the summary of the top 4 paper as a paragraph that you can utilize in your literature review. No harm in it. Apart from that, on the basis of your query, it can give you a set of papers along with their abstract and summary. And anytime you can add other columns. Say for example, presently it is giving me paper and abstract summary. I can click add column. I want to add also DOI. So DOI, create a column called DOI. So what it will do, it will try to now fetch the DOI of the paper and will create a column for you. You can add the abstract summaries there. Let us say outcome of the paper. So another column will be added, and here also you see DOI. What is it is. So now we are having DOI column also. So where DOI is there, that will be mentioned. Where it is not there, it will not be mentioned, and so on. So any number of column I can add according to my this thing, and I can export. Export requires some some kind of membership. I do not have any kind of membership, and I don't prefer also this kind of membership. You do not have to check one. If you think a particular paper is important, go to that paper in the semantic scholar, copy the bib text file and paste inside your Zotero. Say for example, this particular paper, if I go to semantic scholar, so suppose this paper I want to keep in my Zotero. So what I will do, I will come to my Zotero. Say I am creating a new collection. Say for every paper or chapter, we always create new collection. Say Bioingene. So this is a blank collection. Let me delete this collection and write it. So I am creating a new Bioingene collection, and here I want to include that particular paper. Click site, copy this bib text format, and import from clipboard. So the moment you are saying import from clipboard, everything is in your reference management software, and later on you can utilize this for your in-text citation to create bibliography in any format you are following. So do not take membership. You don't have to pay a single paisa. If you know the tool, Jotero is also an open source software. You can download and install. It is available both for Windows and Linux. Don't think that tools all are based on Linux as I am using Linux. No, it's not that. So with this, Elicit, another one is the perplexity. Say, what is perplexity? So Elicit we have covered. Now where I am going to, another such kind of tools available with us is called Perplexity. So what is the difference between the Elicit and Perplexity as a research tool, as a search tool? Elicit covers only research article. But Perplexity covers research article plus all kind of other technical things like technical reports, technical blog posting, Twitter posting, newspaper feature article, and everything. So I am asking the same research question. What are the possibilities that India will enter into 5 trillion dollar economy? So you frame or you understand your own, research question. Ask it. So here you see the difference is that they both work in the same fashion. Here also it will prepare an informative abstract on the topic, and every time it will relate your paper. And here you see it is coming from newspaper articles. Something will be coming from the journal article and so on. And everywhere it is cited properly. And any of these tool you want to see, so suppose this number 2, the moment you click, it will check the source in which it appeared. So there is no problem of hallucination. So the perplexity is more, social science oriented because it is not only considering the hardcore research paper, it's also considering different kind of news items, Twitter, social networking, as well as blog posting. So for social science people, this is a very interesting tool. For hardcore science people like you, Elicit may be a better option. But they both work in the same way. These are called fine tuning of LLM. So if we come back again with this brief demonstration after this Elicit and perplexity, so there is another tool that you can utilize to create different kind of images, and the tool called DALI in the memory of Salvador Dali, the famous Spanish painter. So OpenAI created a tool that you can access from here, labsopenai.com. Here you see my experience with this Delhi is that I tell it or requested this that please design a library reading room with a picture of S.R. Ranganathan in the wall on the wall of the library and with a soothing color and furniture setting. So it actually design and draw a library reading room with the provision of natural lighting. It understand who is Ranganathan, picked a picture and placed it on the wall. So this kind of things, we can generate. And there is another interesting tool in the same line of OpenAI is Crayon or DALI. Crayon is also very good. But there is also a problem. I have shown you a few limitation of the large language models, hallucination, wrong information, out of context information, generic information. So we got that, okay, illicit and perplexity may be the outcome. As I said, here also everything is not a success. In the same line, I asked Dali that draw a picture for me where Mother Teresa is fighting against poverty. You understand my description? Draw a picture where depicting the Mother Teresa is fighting against poverty, and you see what it draw. This is the picture it actually drawn. So it literally took that Mother Teresa is fighting against poverty. And very, what to say, objectionally, they place the colored people as a representative of poverty. So these are sometimes these are bias, sometimes these are actually creating all kind of nonsenses. So you can always depend on it. It's not a rosy thing. And I already told you that you need to take caution. So this may be considered as an ethical issue. Everything you are going to get as it is not the same thing, same rosy thing. Sometimes it excels. In what point of time it's brilliant. In the next point of time, it's acting as a dump like this. So handle with care. Be careful when you are using AIML. And personally, I can request you to take a look of this particular report because a lot of the searching and processing and on the basis of research, AIML can increase your productivity in a large scale. I'm going to demonstrate something before you in this direction, but you will be getting an idea on the basis of this report created by an English language professor, this Professor Ryan Cordell. So this is Library of Congress given Dr. Ryan Cordell the task, an avid user of Library of Congress, the biggest library of the world, that how machine learning is going to change the behavior of users, information seekers, as well as libraries. He wrote a beautiful report. The report is open access. You can read it from here. You will be getting an idea as a scholar what is coming next, what is in the pipeline. So almost we are closing to this presentation and inching towards our demonstration. So before that, as a researcher, I tell you that you please concentrate on the three groups of tools. One is the very easy one. You can utilize your browser. No installation is required. The search engine, as I told you, the Semantic Scholar, Elicit, and Perplexity, instead of using ChatGPT or Gemini directly, or any other large language model directly. Then literature review, you can utilize lot of tool for literature review. So there is Insightful, Iris, and Research Rabbit. I am going to show you from this group the utilization of Research Rabbit. And different browser extension you can utilize. So the moment you are opening a particular paper from Elsevier, suppose you are using Science Direct or any other commercial services, you search something and a close access journal article you got. If you have this core recommender, core is a cooperative repositories. All the repositories of the world are joined hand together to create core. So they have developed a Firefox extension or Chrome browser extension, which is called Core Recommender, that you can install in your browser. And the moment you encounter a close access paper, it can tell you what are the equivalent open access papers available and from where it is available. You can click that, you can go there. So these are the three things you need to know: search engine, literature gathering, browser extension. So let me demonstrate here. Search engine I already demonstrated. The research rabbit. How can I, on the basis of 10, 15 records, I can actually gather all the related records through an AI enabled tool almost mechanically. So let us go for that demonstration in the group A, then we will be coming to group B and group C. So I'm closing this. Okay. So first I'm going to Research Rabbit. So Research Rabbit again a free tool. So everything I am talking here is either a free open source service or open access service, or a access open source software that you can download, that you can install in your system. So here you can go, and here you see for the first time it will tell you to log on. You can utilize your Google. So first you need to create a collection. Let us say I am creating a collection called Bioingene, and this collection I have nothing. So what I will try to do first, in your Jotero, you try to prepare a set of document. Say only 15 to 20 documents, code document in your research area, but check that very cautiously. That should be or must be belonging to the core area of your research. Every researcher has that 10, 15 documents in mind, and that these are the base documents which actually motivated me to take the research project or this paper writing. So if you have this kind of system, so again in this Bioengine, let me clear this particular document. So again I have a clean set here. So suppose I have a collection in my Jotero or Mendeley, you can utilize with a 10, 15 document. So I think this is the 10, 15 document I am having. So let me copy this one. These are all available. I think 20, 25 documents. on a particular topic. Presently, we are doing an ICSSR based prompt source project on this gender equality in library services. Are we gender neutral in libraries? So when we represent knowledge, do we take the third gender into consideration, or everything is binary, male, female? So we are doing this particular research, ICSSR research. So I collected a few documents on that one, gender equality and LGBTQI issues in library services. So let me copy this one, import from the clipboard. So all of this paper will now come, and here you see it's around 26 number of items. So 26 number of items I have selected. Uh, on the basis of this 26 number of item, let me tell you how mechanically I can increase the document size. Say, when you are ready, you copy this one, export this collection in BibTeX format or RIS format, both supported by Mendeley or Zotero, whatever you are utilizing does not matter. So let me create a folder in desktop so that we can easily utilize it. So I'm saving this is Bioingene volume 1. So this 26 document I am exporting in BibTeX format to utilized in my research lab. So now this 26 number of paper, you see I have already prepared a collection here, research rabbit. I can add this paper, upload file, BibText. So this one, Bioengine V1 Bib. And now it will actually try to upload all of these papers. Sometimes it gives you that this paper does not have DOI, I do not have it in the collection. Okay, you just agreed upon everything, and it's a completely free service. When you agreed upon everything, you see amazingly, so all of this paper you have included here. So on the basis of this paper, it can advise you there are similar work it identified around 1155. You have a span of your research material, say from, in my case it is 1983 to 2023. So what are the earlier related works beyond 1983 and post 2023, earlier work, later work? This 20 how many 26 number of material object is written by 33 authors. Who are the other authors that are working in the same domain that you have possibly missed? You see, entire networks is built on the two things. One is the citation network, references and the corresponding citations received by a paper. Second is at the back end, an AI recommender is working. Similarity on the concept, similarity on the keywords, how close they are related apart from the citation network. So altogether they build a network, and this network I can utilize to increase the strength of my collection. I started with 26. You see how quickly I can go up to 50. I can click this similar network, and here you can see a particular graph is created. You need to understand that what is this particular graph is meant for. So here you see all of these paper, research papers, 26 research papers along with the related paper actually created a network. And this links actually tells you how closely these papers were related. So all the green noded papers, you are already having your collection. You can, you can count that this is only 26 in number. And this blue bubble, you are impactful paper, influential paper, but you have missed it. The bigger the bubble, the denser the bubble, the more impactful it is for your research. So I missed this particular paper very badly. This is closely related to one of my big bubble. So I want to include it. I will click it. The paper details of the abstract will be coming. I can click add to my Biogene. So now it is 26 plus 1, 27. And accordingly, the network is also changing. So now I want to include this one. I read the abstract, add to Biogene. So another paper added. This paper, So now you see how easy it is. So bigger is the bubble, bolder is the bubble, you can go for it. So very quickly I actually came to 30. I don't know. So now you see, anytime I can close a network. Now my collection is 31. Let us go for some earlier work. So this is the earlier work network. What earlier important work I have missed. So let me select this one as an example. This one as an example. You try to find out the paper that is central, bigger and bolder, that you have missed bold, eventually during your collection. And always read the abstract. Do not do casually as I am doing to save time. Then this 33 paper is now written by 47 authors. So who are the suggested author that I missed? So I can click suggested author. He said that these are the most productive author in the network. So suppose Melissa Adler, I know as a researcher, so I can see all the published work of Melissa Adler. Maybe he is not writing, she is not writing everything on LGBTQ, but still all this 31 paper, related paper, I can go by checking that I can also see abstract of the paper here. So suppose this particular paper I missed, that I can take from the network or I can take from this one. So this is already there, so it is saying remove. So there is no mistake, no chance that you add a paper twice. So the moment you click, so from each and every network you can take one most important paper, and now you see I am in 35, and I can always start everything as a phrase. Now the similar network is 1079, and again it is showing some of the paper that I have missed. And what my point is that, say I came here with 26 number of paper. Now what I'll do, you see, in this way I can go on increasing. Now with I will export this 38 paper, from here I will import that in my Zotero. So what I will do, I will now, this 38 paper includes all of this paper. Now let me delete everything because my purpose is served. So when this particular collection is completely deleted, I can export this collection. You see here there is export paper in BibTeX format. So let me save it as desktop test as a version 2, so that I can understand, and version 2 I can also write the number of references, add it here, and then the things is a cakewalk. You go to your desktop test, select all, copy, come to your Zotero, input from clipboard. So previously I was having 26, now I am having 38 number of items. Again I can go with this 38 number of items. Again sometimes when I am free to research rabbit, I can collect another 25, another 30, I bring it back here. So in this way, you can grow in your reference collection before starting your writing for a chapter, for a given research project, for a research article, almost automatically. So this is one thing. Now, if we come back in this group B, what I will suggest you as a senior researcher, it requires a very simple kind of installation, like your automated systematic review, ASReview, an open source tool that can help you in selecting document, and you will be getting a text test, a very simple test, but how machine learning works here. So that I am going to show you. ASReview, automated systematic review. Then you can also go utilize different data wrangling tool like OpenDefine and other things to collect and gather data automatically from other machine language, backend. So let us see what we can do here. Say I'm going to show you research traffic. So before that, let me tell you that suppose I have collected a set of documents, this around 1897 number of documents on the same topic what I already explained to you, our recent research project, LGBTQI based library services. So here I have collected 2000 records, and these 2000 records, if I want to use in in my review part or the literature review part when I am writing the project report or an article on the basis of it. So how can I train a particular machine learning backend so that on the basis of the given training it can rank all this abstract or paper according to my requirement? So normally what we people do, we initially collect a set of bibliographic data by searching through different keywords. Then we go through the collection and finally we select a few things. So let it be done by a machine. Why I am wasting my time and energy here? So you collect the document from any bibliographic database like Semantic Scholar, OpenLX, or if you are in a commercial, if access to commercial database like Scopus, you can collect everywhere. You save it as a CSV format. That's all. Now, what tool I am utilizing? Let me go out from here. I'm utilizing a tool called ASReview. So if you search by ASReview, automated systematic review, you see this is a tool developed by a university in Netherlands as an open source project. You can run it in Windows or Linux. It's a Python based thing. The only thing is that your machine must have a Python programming environment, and lots of tutorials are there which can tell you that how to download, install and make Python in the path of your Windows system. In Linux it is by default available. So you can download ASReview lab from here. It's only a few MB, but it can do magic for you. Otherwise, you are spending a lot of time to select abstract. By reading the abstract, you are selecting a paper, then you are going for full text. Now you collect 5,000, 10,000 records, whatever may be. You give your machine a certain kind of training, and this ASReview can do magic for you. So only 2 minutes it takes to up and run. So if you see this particular thing, I downloaded and installed almost for you. Yeah, there is how to install part is there, Windows version, Linux version. So it's very easy. So what I will do, I have installed this one in my ASReview, and let me try to start. So the moment, this is very simple, that one. In case of Windows, you double click ASReview icon, it will start. And the moment it will start, it will start at localhost. You can open the link and a link will be opened. So this is the interface. Now in this particular interface, first you create a project like say Bioingene author. It's an optional description test. Okay. So now it is asking that when you have created project, add your database. Database it can take in JSON format, in CSV format, in TSV format, no matter, you download. Now click add. So what file I am going to select here? I am going to select here this one. LGBT all. I have collected around 1900 document, records of research, journal, paper, book, chapter. Now I want to train my system to rank it so that I can take the top 100 or top 50, something like that. So all the paper came. Then it is asking add prior knowledge. So here I need to give knowledge. So you all time you are hearing here and there machine learning, machine training. So how to train it? It's a very simple thing to train a machine if you are having the backend algorithm. So it's ready with all kind of backend algorithm. There we need some kind of label data, and you will understand what is supervised learning and label data here. I am adding now prior knowledge. So I need to tell this system 5 to 6 paper which I think relevant, and 5 to 6 paper which I don't think relevant for my research. So this is a research of India for Indian libraries to for developing LGBTQI based library services. So first I am searching say library. The moment I search, it will tell me or from this 201897 number of records, all the paper related to library that are having the term library or library. So suppose this particular paper may be a core paper. So I'm telling yes, this is a relevant document. So relevant one. Then this may be a relevant paper. Now I am searching India. So all the paper related to India. So this paper is a relevant one. I don't want any kind of activism or movement. So only service part. Then I can ask public library. So what is the thing that you need to search by the topic of your focus, the keyword, the phrases you want most. So here you can see, so this is one of the relevant paper. Now maybe I also want something on Indian. So maybe this one is a relevant one. Now I need to say something about irrelevant. So 5 I have given relevant. Say I don't want any movement. That will change the focus in one. So maybe this is no. So irrelevant one. I don't want any things related with the rights, anything related to activism, anything related to Europe. So what you don't want in your research thing, or anything related to America. Now you see, the moment I say, it says that you can go on training me, but enough prior knowledge I am having. So I have given 5 relevant and 5 non-relevant document from a set of 2000 records, almost 2000 records. So I can now close it, and this training part is over. Next it is telling me that which model you are going to use. These are the default models. So this is the TF-ITF, the way it will going to be indexed. These are the models available. The most important or most effective is NAP based algorithm. So rest of the things I am taking default and clicking next. Let it work. Meantime, what I'm trying to show you, let us see this particular original document what I have given here. It's a simple text file, CSV file, and you see the last column is the source. I have taken it from Scopus, and EID, that is the Scopus ID of the paper, electronic ID of the paper. So this is the last column. So uh, when my this training will be ready, say this training will be ready, so I can again start reviewing. If I click start reviewing, so now you see I can get the result. I can go on again training another thing. This is relevant. This is not relevant in this way to fine tune the model. But I am not interested. I want to export the result. If I click export, it will say that. entire data set I want to export, file format I want in CSV, export. So now you see this result is already developed. So I am coming to my folder here. So this one, the let me give the name as S2. So S1 I have given set 1 and S2 is the result. So S1, you see the last column is this one, and in case of S2, what is the things? It actually added one extra column in this model, which will tell me the rank of the automated system. So all these 1897 documents are actually ranked. So this is the last column, EIT. So these four columns added. So these are the training you have given. These are if there is note, and this is the rank. So according to the training given by you, it actually took that training, the label data, and then it go through all the 2000 records and rank them accordingly. So now suppose I am interested in top 50. So I will copy up to this top 50 and I will go for reviewing the papers. So this kind of, you see, it's 2000, it only took 2 minutes. It can be 20,000 of document. How easily you can categorize and classify things by using simple AI/ML technology. AI/ML is not always mean that large language model. You can utilize different other things in your system. So I think it's long enough. Now we can go for this question answer session. But before that, another group, uh, you better try. Slightly, difficult. This first group A and group B is very easy to start with, but another thing is coming in a group 3, so that is really going to be interesting in future. That is RAG, retrieval augmented generation. So what is a RAG? RAG means you are utilizing large language model in your local system. Say for example, as I told you that I can utilize large language model is local system, and the open source, lot of open source large language model is coming, and this is called olama.com, which actually giving you the all kind of large language model in one place. So if I go by the olama library, and another backend thing is the Hugging Face. So all of these models, large language models, which are open source model, you can install through Olama. And Olama can be installed in your system, Windows or Linux, by only a single click. You just go to the home page, download it, and install it. Now you see what Olama can do. Tell me. So if I use Olama in my this thing. So Olama list, I have only one model, Olama Llama. So I am running Olama run Llama 2. So Olama will be starting, and here I can ask all of this question what I am asking to ChatGPT or Gemini. Say, let me increase the size. So I am asking, suppose, why is the sky blue? So it can generate the same equally good response in my local laptop, just like your Gemini or ChatGPT. But if you want to use this one in a better way, so that is called RAG. What is RAG? Retrieval augmented generation. A new thing is coming. So this is the RAG. I collected, suppose, a series of documents. Say Chandrayaan 3. Chandrayaan 3 was the project of ISRO. You all know India got quite an international respect because of this project. So I collected a set of news article on Chandrayaan 3. Then through an ingestion process I developed. It includes open source. There are a lot of open source tools called Llama Index or LangChain. We can utilize that to develop an index, a vectors. Then when you are asking your queries, the query will also be converted into vector. These two vectors will be matched with each other. Then on the basis of the relevant document it retrieved, it will train the LLM on the run, or rather tune the LLM, augment the LLM with this top K result, and then LLM response can be far more attractive. So this is the concept of RAG. So you collect a set of relevant documents. Suppose you are doing a research in a particular zone. You collect a set of documents, then you index that one through by utilizing any tool. There are a lot of ready-made tools available like private GPT, local GPT, and so on. You can utilize a backend called like Olama, which gives you a lot of large language model library, and then you can go for the generation. During this LLM generative AI, it will take care of the documents it retrieved, the documents you have given, supplied content, and then create a response. So here you see, so this created a response. Why is the sky blue? It's a generic one. But if I ask it, what is Chandrayaan 3 project? You see, it has no knowledge actually on Chandrayaan 3 project. Or the knowledge if it is having during its training, I have not given any document. So it can say Chandrayaan 3 is an Indian space mission and so on. It's rightly saying. You see here it says the mission is being developed by ISRO and is scheduled to launch on 2024. Completely wrong. So this kind of hallucination and wrong information is always there. To overcome this hallucination and wrong information in the research perspective, what we do, if I want to use LLM for productivity, I need to go by the RAG pipeline. Collect a set of documents, say 100, 120 documents, the way we have still seen that we can do it with Semantic Scholar, then Research Rabbit, through Jotero. Then feed that document in full text or abstract to your RAG pipeline, and then it can generate much more faithful information. So I'll now show you a RAG pipeline we have developed, and it is working really, really good. Just a second, let me start my service. Okay, let me stop it. So you understand this, it is hallucinating, it is not give me the exact information on Chandrayaan 3. So what I did here, what I am trying to show you here, say this is my local RAG, and you can see here I am running this RAG in my home network. I have another machine which is running in this particular IP address, and from there I am using it. We have given name of this RAG pipeline as libgpt. So what it includes? It includes 65 news articles published in reputed newspaper in India, outside India, then different reports of the space agencies like ISRO, European Space Agency, and NASA. And if I ask this question, say I am asking this question, what are Bikram and Pokhran? I still hope that you still remember these two names, Bikram and Pokhran, in relation to Chandrayaan 3 project, and why they have named so by ISRO. So what it will do, this here also I am utilizing a large language model Mistral, open source, open access, through this Olama, and I am asking this question: what are Vikram and Pokran in relation to Chandrayaan 3 project and why they have named so by ISRO. Question is very clear, and it will try to answer this question not from its own internal prior knowledge but from the document supplied. So first this question, when I ask it, first this question will be converted into vectors. These documents already indexed by the vectors, inside the index. So it will try to match this question vector with the document vector, and it will retrieve top 3 4 documents. Then it will tell my LLM that you generate response by learning these 3 documents first. So LLM will go through these 3 4 documents and then will generate the answer. So meanwhile, let us ask the same question to my ChatGPT. And you see, ChatGPT is trained up to January 2022. Okay. So this is the problem of LLM. The moment you are using LLM, they are already outdated. They have trained up to a certain point of time. They do not know anything after that. So January 2022 up to this one is trained. And Chandrayaan 3 project happened in August 2023. So it knows nothing about Chandrayaan 3. But you see here, this is called hallucination. It will it will not admit that it does not know anything of Chandrayaan 3. The moment I am asking what are Vikram and Pokram in relation to Chandrayaan 3 project, why they have named so by ISRO, you see. This is actually talking about in future tense. Our key components mission, which is a lunar exploration by Indian Space Research Organization, and so on. Not giving me any kind of exact thing that this particular things is related. And let me ask you me another question. Say, what is the landing? What is the name of the landing space of Chandrayaan 3 and who named it? Or say, what is the name of the landing space of Chandrayaan 3? Chandrayaan 3, I mean the name given by Narendra Modi. So Prime Minister of India given a name. So if I ask this very question to this one, you see, it will never admit that it does not know. Okay, this time it is giving the right answer because I think with this ChatGPT 4.0 it got training. Now see another one. Who is Somanath? So you see, sometimes it giving correct answer, sometimes it is giving wrong answer. Say, who was the director of Chandrayaan 3 project? So sometimes it is making up things, sometimes, but it is not saying that it does not know something about this one. But when you are giving a set of documents to this one, it may take a little bit of time because I am running in my local, laptop. So sometimes it takes time to wake up a large language model. But the beauty is that it can now produce a particular fact on the basis of this supplied document with the source of reference. Here you see something is given right, something is given wrong with no references. I simply do not know whether it is true or not. But here you see, it says that Bikram and Pokram are components of Indian Chandrayaan 3. It is the lunar radar and lander. It is the rover. And again, you see the name what it is taking. So it says that being developed, the name Pokram means wisdom and knowledge in Sanskrit is to choose this name to reflect this rich culture and the source of this document. So it's still in the pipeline, the development, but it may have a tremendous effect in research in future. The complete literature review maybe someday it is completely automated. We'll collect a set of 125 documents and can tell this system like write a paragraph, this kind of thing, paragraph on landing of Chandrayaan 3. Write a paragraph on landing of Chandrayaan 3. So, no, in this way, it can, we can upload all 120 papers, related papers. I can ask a question, it can write a paragraph with proper references, just like Perplexity is doing or Elicit is doing, that you can do in your local machine. You do not have to depend on these hallucinating tools. These are giving lot of, wrong data and hallucinating a lot, uh, giving lot of generic statement. But the moment you are fitting your own research material, sometimes in case of cpu based system, it may take a few extra seconds. It's not instant like gpt because they are using huge infrastructure. I am using here a laptop, but it's still it can do good for us. So that's all from my end. Thank you very much. Now we can go for if there is any kind of question answer session.
Yes. Yes, sir. Shoma, are you ready for the question answer round?
Yes.
Yes,
It
sir.
is just
Already.
a discussion session.
Okay, okay. Sir, from the YouTube chat box, we are collecting two questions. Basically, these two are very interesting. One is that
Video is
uh,
off.
most of the most of the most of the softwares, not software, what I can say, that detectors of AI generated text. So
Mhm.
how they can bypass this detection system. So what this is the one question from a particular participant. So his question is that how we can bypass the detection system because AI generated text is easily detected by the journal. And second is how there is any option to create a graphical abstract. Means if we go for the DALI, then it's give a different scenario, like you have represented, or when we are give a sometime I'm try to use the combinations of two crops, so it gives different story, but it's not an acceptable form, like potato and
Mhm.
tomato,
Mhm.
which is available, which is practiced in the agriculture. But if you give the dali, it's give you different type of combination, not only the tomato. But it is not a graphical abstract of your own paper. So is there any option to create graphical abstract? Because nowadays all journal are asking for graphical abstract, although it is optional, but it is obviously improve your visibility. So these are two questions so far we are collected, and we are looking for others. So we are going for the first your discussion session. And for the participants, our website is down. We know yesterday, and they are is 2 days we are working on it because one company is take care of these things and they are responding in that way. But certificate will be available after 4 or 5 days. I will send it via email, not the certificate. I will send the Google Drive. link where the certificate will be put in, and the Excel sheets where the name of all participants are mentioned with the certificate number. So it's not necessary to come exactly by in that time. It is provided by email, but yes, have to download by yourself. We are not giving the individual certificate to individual participants. So Shoma, please start the sessions. Then
And
we
we will go back to the collection of the questions. Fine. Okay.
so we are starting for that, and
Okay.
we I am giving the feedback link to the YouTube chat box. People are going to start, I think, asking for it. So, sir, please continue.
Okay, so the first question that detection of AI. What I personally think, finally, it will be battle in case of plagiarism check, similarity check, AI detection. It will be battle between the, you can say, AI versus AI. So AI will generate text and AI will actually detect the text.
Hmm.
But what my, as far as my knowledge goes, there is no such tools available presently through which you can say it can 100% confirm that it is developed by an AI tool. No such tool. Recently there is a discussion going on in the Nature group that one particular Czechoslovakian scientist produced a paper. She prepared the paper through GitHub versions, so every bit of the papers available, how it has been developed, at what point of time, what modified, everything. Then one of the reviewer said that this particular text may be a few parts generated by AI. Then uh, nature actually given that particular scientist a letter, and the scientist revert back with all versions of GitHub where wrongly an AI detector claims this is AI generated text. The reason of the basis how an AI detector works, it takes that it actually takes the text you have prepared, or it is going to be checked. Then it tries to change it in another format. If there is a minimum level of change of the text by another AI model, then they said it is possibly created AI, because AI writing is so perfect that there is only little scope available to change its completely. But human writing, it can be changed like anything. So that is the only point they are using. If you want to avoid this, suppose I don't think it is unethical to take the help of AI writing, because ultimately AI is not writing. You are giving the data, you are giving the facts, you are checking the correctness of the text passage, then you are utilizing in your writing. There is no, it's not unethical. But if you still want to avoid this that or think that AI detection can check it, so my suggestion is that you go to Quillbot. In Quillbot, there is an option that AI detection. So it will, you paste a paragraph, it can take maximum 500 words at a time. So 500 words paragraph you can paste. You can check what part is detected as AI, then you change a little bit, some kind of you avoid that kind of terminology like delve, like intricate, like realm, this kind of some typological things are there which utilized only by large language model. So try to avoid those phrases if it is generated, like as I said, delve, realm, intricate, and a few things you will understand gradually with your AI communication. These are the 5 6 words gradually and repeatedly utilizing by AI. So try to avoid those words. Check in Quillbot that which part is AI. Try to add a few adverbs and other things according to your own. Next time it will be 100% human generated. No one knows correctly how to detect AI.
Hmm. Yes, sir. So, Shoma, please start the session.
Yes, sir, it was a amazing and very informative presentation. And I'm sure our viewers have learned many new things and are now intrigued to know more about you. Sir, could you tell us a little bit about your academic journey and how you became interested in library and information science and what inspired you to dig deep into AI?
Actually, you see, in that sense, I born in a public library. my father, my mother actually, my father was a school teacher, and my mother was the librarian of a town library. And after my school is over, I always go to that public library, and I was right from the childhood as an avid reader, and again come back to home with my mother. So in that sense, I always still I born in a public library. My entire childhood actually went through the stacks of libraries. And then when later on I completed my masters in chemistry, I am also a student of science. And then my mother said that nowadays this lot of computing technologies are coming. People are talking in the term which I do not understand actually. So can you read and make me understand what this library automation, digital library, what they are asking for? Because that time she was on the verge of retirement. So then I started reading those instructions, those books, then thing, and gradually got interest in the domain. The domain is changing like anything. Nowadays, you see the components of a library science course is no less than a computer science course, and we are mainly dealing with the textual data. Textual data is much more difficult to handle in compare with the numerical data. Numerical data is quite easy to handle. In a bank account number, you always know there are 16 digits. You always know IFSC is 11 digit, but you simply do not know this title is 20 character long. The next title will be how many character? It may be 3, it may be 300. So much more difficult to handle textual data. So I got admitted. Later on, I qualified for UGC NET JRA, and completed my course in from CSIR also in East Care, New Delhi. Got associateship, joined CSIR as a junior scientist. After 5 years, 6 years, I left that job for teaching. That's simple.
All right. Sir, is there a way of, like, since we are a plant science platform, so is there a way a plant scientist and an information scientist can work in collaboration?
Yes, of course. Say, for example, uh, uh, you have lot of catalogs. What one of my faculty member friends from botany department, he was asking me one day that we have lot of catalogs people are developing voluntarily on different kind of plant species, and that catalog is not quite an organized one. Say description of the plant, their scientific name, utilization in different kind of medicinal thing. So we help them to build a database, portable web enabled database on medicinal and aromatic plants in India, with lot of structured data that we call metadata. So we help them to create the metadata of plants, including their own scientific data. Then the data came from the informant, that which part of this plant is to be utilized, in which quantity, how often they can utilize, what it
Mhm.
does. So in local language, what is the term in local? So we created a combined metadata, and that research scholar created a complete bibliographic data set on medicinal aromatic plant.
Mhm.
Later on, that data set took by CSIR in their project called TKDL, Traditional Knowledge Digital Library. So there is every scope. You people are scientists, you are dealing with data, primary data. We can help you to develop your secondary data set, easily
Yes.
accessible, multilingual data set with lot of expectation, what common people expect from a scientific data set, like medicinal aromatic plants, something like
Mhm.
that. So there is enough scope. We already worked on it.
Okay, sir, while using AI assistance in drafting and editing manuscripts, do researchers face any limitations?
Present limitation, you see, one of the thing, the entire AIML what we are viewing today, it's in its infancy, it's not quite a matured yet. Lot of mistake it does, a lot of hallucination. I actually demonstrated you how what is the degree of hallucination. Now there are tools like typeset.io, there are tools like pod.com that can help you in writing your paper. But the problem in Indian perspective is that The free tier is limited up to certain facilities that you can utilize 500 words, a single paragraph, one
Mhm.
upload PDF you can upload. And the cost of this subscription, like $20 a month,
Mhm.
$30 a month, it's very difficult to carry out by an Indian researcher. So my suggestion is that you try to go for the tools which are available as open source. Like the equivalent I have shown you, the Llama 2, Olama, these are all kind of tool that you can utilize in your local machine, or any rack pipeline. You upload your all the papers and then you can extract different kind of text. So this model is better for the Indian researcher rather than the subscription based AI tools.
Okay.
It will be too costly for them.
Mhm. Sir, what are some ethical considerations researchers should be aware of while working using AI? And for instance, how can researchers ensure the integrity and originality of their work while using AI tools for writing and research?
So I already answered it during my presentation. So there are two distinct groups of academia and researcher. One group says that it's completely unethical. You are taking the help of a machine to write things. Another group is saying that it's a next generation tools. In that case, in that sense, you should not use your MS Word also. You go for typing. Why you are using a software to write your paper? Why you are using LaTeX to write your formula? So it's a next generation tool. There is nothing unethical here. You need to take the use of the tool. It can increase your productivity. So if something is text is not the original thing. The original thing is your idea. You are expressing your idea through a text. Whether you have generated that text or machine have generated that text, that does not matter. Is coming from you. You are utilizing a tool to generate or write a passage or text. Then again you are checking whether it is representing your idea correctly or not. Machine cannot give you an idea. So idea belongs to you. Text, you are taking the help of the tool. So personally I don't think there is any kind of unethical practices associated with it. But where there is light, what is the better term is a responsible AI.
Hmm.
More ethical AI is not that appealing, but responsible AI is presently very appealing concept, because is that you have every responsibility on the text produced by the machine on the basis of the data and input you have given. At that point of time you cannot say machine has generated the text, I don't have any responsibility. So you need to know that the moment you are taking the help of a machine, it is generating a set of text. That text you are utilizing on your writing and publishing, that means you are responsible. So handle with care, be cautious about what it is generating. But this is not a mature technology, fully mature technology. It can do a lot of wrong things. It can be biased like anything.
So, talking about wrong things, can it be used? Can AI be used as to misuse in research?
Lots, lots of chances that it can be misused in research, because you see, it has a very convincing way to tell you junk things. I won't say that is lying, because lying has some kind of intention. It's a human quality. Its machine cannot lie, but it can produce a lot of junk things convincingly with the made up references that appears all on a sudden as a true thing, but actually it's not true. So there lies the responsibility or ethical part of a researcher, that what is passing generated by a machine, but it passing through me. ChatGPT, people are not accepting the name of an co-author. Your co-author is ChatGPT anymore. Lot of I have gone through the AI policies and principles of lot of publishing houses. All of them banned that you cannot utilize ChatGPT as the name of your co-author. So responsibility lies to you, that you must be aware. As I am saying repeatedly, it can produce lot of wrong things. Within lot of true things it can produce wrong thing. Within lot of wrong things it can also produce true thing. So until and unless every word is checked, you cannot take it. It can help you, but you must be responsible for the final word.
And sir, there is yet to be a system that is to be developed to check this misuse, as you said.
Yes, yes, because everything you don't think that this LLM era, what we are passing through, it will be the same down the line after 5 years.
Hmm.
Every second, lots of new research is coming. The entire world is busy with making this LLM perfect. So a lot of new things are coming. This is just the infancy. We are in the childhood of AI, nothing more than that. At this point of time, we just can take the help of these tools to increase our productivity, but with lot of cautions, with lot of conservation, what I say, and lot of responsibilities. Not as it is basis. You can't take it.
Sir, how can academic institutions support researchers in adopting and effectively using AI tools?
I think that this is the time, because you see in India, what is happening. If you, let us check the this plagiarism issue. So
Hmm.
plagiarism, this particular similarity, guidance came in 2018. And if you go through the UGC regulation or AICT regulation of this similarity thing, you will see it only talks about punishment. 10% there is no punishment, 10 to 20% you have to this thing that thing, up to 40% then 1 year suspension and so on.
Hmm.
It's not inculcating the value system within the researcher. So instead of developing the value system within the researcher, we are always threatening them, and we are teaching them how to avoid plagiarism, how to go through different kind of bibliographical ethics and other things at their research degree level, when all the formative age is over. So this value system we must inculcate right from the UG level courses. The moment they are entering inside the higher education system, every foreign universities go, you will see there is an academic honor council. That what an Harvardian or MITian should do, what should be the ideal behavior and so on. We do not have any such legacy in India. So that must be, instead of threatening them to punish, inculcate the value. It's right to start from the UG level. And same thing, same mistake what we did in case of similarity checking, we are again committing in AI. We still do not have an AI policy at the national level. UGC is not busy with lot of other things, not this emerging issue. So at the UGC level, AICT level, we need to have an AI policy and principle. It must be included in the different kind of ability enhancement courses and value based courses inside your UG and PG education, not at the research level. When you are doing it at the research level, your formative age is gone. Your value system you cannot develop. Value system we built always during our early youth. So that should be the policy.
Very well. Sir, how do you see AI transforming the landscape of scientific research and publishing in the next decade?
You see, if you measure the labor associated with writing a research article, you will see 30% of your time is going for writing and referencing.
Hmm.
Is not it? 60 to 70% is actually you are giving to actual research time. Then 30 to 40% time you need to devote in case of writing, in case of referencing. Referencing is a very boring thing. Suppose one particular paper, unfortunately rejecting your paper, you are trying the next journal again follow a different citation pattern, again 3 4 days odd work in doing so. So if AI enabled tools or can take care of the textual writing part or the referencing part, you can devote in more time in actual research. So in that way, in a more productive way, we can utilize AI ML in future. So keep the writing and referencing tasks to AI. A lot of tools will be coming in future, which can you give the point set of data, set of points. It can write different sections for your writing, referencing. it can say semantic scholar, how well it is now included within this Elicit. So this kind of merging of the traditional bibliographic database with the LLM based search engines will be there. It can handle your references, it can index your references properly. So 80% of the time you can devote in actual research. It's a good thing, it's more productive. I am a hopeful person, a positive thinker. It will be doing good for scientific community.
Okay, sir. Thank you. And let's see if Shubha has any more questions.
Just a minute. No, most of the questions sir actually covered, and people are amazed about these things. I as I told in just beginning of the webinar that lot of thing is coming, and for here I just wanted to share my own experience nowadays. What I use it, but. As is ethical discussion is ongoing, that's why I'm putting to check my approach is right or not. Sir will be the best answer. For me, what happened, I forget the actual reference, but I know the things. Means, like for example, if we can say that jute is the second most important bast fiber uh, after cotton. So I just remember these things, and I totally forget which journal I saved it, and sometime it also forget to add to the in Jotaro or Mendeley. So nowadays, what I did, I just wrote in my manuscript and put it to in ChatGPT, and I asking for the possible reference for this line. So it is another way to retrieve my previous. Sometime it's getting the previous the same paper, or sometime I got the new paper. But yes, I again have to check whether it is correct or not, whether this information is there or not, and I cite them. So it is like the reverse engineering. Means previously we read everything, but now I read and my own flow, and when I miss something, I just search it for whether it match anything or not. So although it is my own language, my own word, my everything, but yes, AI is now able to detect it and find the actual references. So it is a very good thing nowadays I'm using. I don't know, sir, it is ethical or not. So it is my personal.
Completely ethical, because you see, your target is research, and to communicate that research to the audience. In between, what are the tools you are utilizing? Does it matter actually? Why people are so many much concerned with these ethical issues, I don't understand. Then you need to stop every kind of tool you are utilizing. When you are drawing something like a picture of a very complex one, or taking photograph, it's not that a tool, are not you are utilizing a machine to generate it. So why this objection when that can produce text? They think text is the human quality, and a machine can do it, so we have existential threat. So that's a complete wrong thing. Text is just a container to represent your idea still machine cannot generate. Idea comes from you. So there is nothing unethical there. And right, it's a very good use of the reverse engineering. You said that it's right, it's a good thing. And the increasingly efficient it will become. The example I have given, the Elicit, how integrated it is now with the semantic scholar. Now OpenAlex is coming with 240 millions of bibliographic records, higher than the semantic scholar. Every chance that in future an LLM will be integrated with OpenAlex, and there will be no misrepresentation of references. Still there is a chance that it is made up the reference. In future it won't be there.
Hmm. And in it gets smarter and smarter, as you
Obviously.
thought, because yesterday just I wanted to send a email for 1 hour 1 hour before for this webinar. So I just put it like 1 hour reminder.
Mhm.
Write a mail of a 1 hour reminder of our event, and it gives everything about the topic name, URL of YouTube, exact date and time. Because maybe in future, in a last few chat,
Hmm.
I already mentioned it, so it recalled that there is a something which is coming to that 1 hour. So it's
Okay.
put everything. So my email now is more informative.
Hmm.
So yes, I'm glad to use AI. Uh,
And
uh,
what about children can use to write essays?
Yeah, that's a good question. That should we restrict the school children because researchers are matured. A lot of humans, they understand what is ethical, what is unethical. Those who do not understand that what is ethical, what is unethical, should we restrict them? Uh, that I do not have a direct answer to this particular question, but my point is that when you are trying to play an hide and seek game, that creates lot worst effect on children rather than you open it. So I don't know simply whether it is right or not, whether their writing capability ability will be decreasing in future or not. I don't know, but at the same time, I know if we hide it, if we close it, there will be some other way they can access again in a very, very wrong way. They are using it in front of our open eyes, guardian eyes, teacher's eyes. That's the thing.
Mm,
And if they are doing other way around, then it will be very difficult. So
Hmm.
both
yeah.
are there, both
Yes, the
possibilities.
social changes
Mm.
also we will going to learn.
Tab-
Mm,
Taboo and stigma never
yeah.
stopped anything.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is a very interesting, and as we mentioned that people are asking for, yes, and I, for my personal point of view, there is nothing I found where the graphical abstract can be made. But yes,
Okay.
part of that, if you answer these questions, because
Graphical abstract, I don't know, but there is a tool I have utilized it which can, on the basis of my, uh, you know, extensive description of a topic or working formula or working steps, it can draw a flow chart. That tool I can, mail you later on so that you can distribute with the participants.
sure.
That I am having, but graphical abstract, I need to check it.
Mhm.
I don't think it's not yet that mature.
Actually, but yes, I think in the future Delhi can do
That
it,
that
because nowadays it's very
amazing.
it's produced, but yes, you can understand it whether it is AI generated or
Maybe
not.
maybe
You
it can produce parts of the abstract and then you need to make
yes,
it.
yes, that's I pointed
Still
out.
there will be some human work,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yes.
flowchart, it's doing
It has to be human
excellent.
work because it is your idea, your graphical abstract. So
Ah,
obviously you have to put in your
yes,
idea.
and graphical abstract is also considered as a artistic work.
Yes.
So you should be an artist on that way. Then maybe it is your involvement is more required than
Mm.
the AI generated, because it is a artistic
But
work to
what
understand.
I think, you see, this sometimes way back, 1 year or 2 years back, there was a huge demand of video abstract.
Hmm.
Now you see people don't talk about video abstract. Okay. So in science it always happens. Phenomena comes, again it passes.
Yes. Yes, so we can close the session. It's a long and very interesting session, and I'm proud it is recorded. It will be in YouTube forever, and people can use and learn, because sometimes we have to learn. Those are not frequently used, these things, like different file format we have, different bibliography softwares we are using, and different things. But yes. AI is coming to in the very big role in our life also, and also in the scientific journal writing, and assessment of a result and everything. So if you want to use it, you should learn it, and you should use it in a maximum potential. Yes, obviously not violating the rules already set it for it by the journal or by the agencies or by the institute. But yes, this is the coming future, and we are very glad this is our first webinar, though it is our 69th webinar in this series. But this is the first webinar where we can address this thing, because as a scientist, as a researcher, uh, we are facing it. Many times when we submit a paper, there is a pop-up that whether it is AI generated or not. So yes, and in very beginning we thought that whether it is ethical or not, but now time to time we are also understand that which part they are asking, not the writing, not the polishing your paper, not the bibliography part, or not the change your sentences. They are asking for different thing, which is all, and you are not doing anything. You just prompt it and you get it, and you also not validate it. So these type of things are avoided right now, but maybe in the future there is another options that such mistakes not happen by the AI also. And also there should be many fascinating movies will come where the AI and human race will be the conflict, but these are the different things. We are talking about the literature, how we can use it for the writing and things. So yes, and every new technology you create some conscience, and yes, it's okay. And Bioingene habituated with, because whenever we start the GMO topic and GMO related webinar, people are asking these type of things. But since 30 years, there is no report that there is a bad. So yes, like GMO is coming, like AI also coming. Thanks, sir. Thanks for
Okay.
your valuable and
Yes.
great. Yes, you give us a long time, sir. Thanks. I'll
Okay.
appreciate. Maybe in the future, sir, we'll come and
Sure.
please update us if there is something which is very relevant. We'll go for that session also.
Okay.
Thanks, sir. Thanks. Thanks, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. It was amazing.
ভালো থাকবেন. Okay, Shoma, now I'm going to sign out. And all the participants, please submit your feedback form. If our website is not working within 2 days, don't worry. I am sending all the links by email. At least the registered participant will get it. And also it's available in our website. Maybe it's coming very soon. I don't know what happened, but yes, I am try to resolve it, and try to searching better server and better options for it.
Just please have patience. There is no hurry in getting
Yes.
certificates. Okay.
So yeah,
So
be patient. We will give you the certificate as where provided, but your feedback submission is mandatory, and everything is taken care by Google Forms. So I am not intentionally remove your name or everything. It's the automated. If you give your registrations is automatically generated. Google's sheets, Excel sheets are there, and based on your feedback, automatically a list of participants will be generated. We just match them based on their email address. If those are mismatched, we hold their certificate to prove them. Then there has to be proof that they are registered for it. Okay. Thanks. See you soon with the next webinar, which is not yet finalized, and I don't want to finalize until the website is come back. So, okay. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye, Shoma.